Benvenuti in questa meditazione. Oggi entreremo nel potere del silenzio attraverso le parole di nostra madre. Facciamo una namaskar, ci alziamo la kundalini e ci diamo i 7 bandhan.
Welcome to this meditation. Today we will enter the power of silence through the words of our mother. We do namaskar, raise our kundalini and give ourselves 7 bandhans.
The life. In the same way, the vibrations are coming, they are radiated. What you have to do is to expose yourself to it. The best is not to put in any effort. Don't worry at what point you have a problem. Say many people during meditation have seen if they catch a breath, they go on looking after it. You just don't have to worry. You just let it go. And it will work by itself. It's going easy.
Nella vita, allo stesso modo, arrivano, si diffondono le vibrazioni. Ciò che voi dovete fare è esporvi ad esse. Il modo migliore è non fare alcuno sforzo. Non preoccupatevi di dove avete problemi. Ho visto che molti durante la meditazione, se hanno un blocco da qualche parte, continuano ad occuparsene. Non dovete proprio preoccuparvi. Lasciatelo andare e tutto funzionerà da sé. È molto semplice.
So, you don't have to put in any effort. This is what meditation is. Meditation means exposing yourself to God's grace. Now the grace itself knows how to cure you. It knows how to mend you, how to settle down itself into your own being, keep your spirit kindled. It knows everything. So you don't have to worry as to what you have to do, or what name you have to take, what mantras you have to do. In meditation, you have to be absolutely effortless.
Quindi voi non dovete fare nessuno sforzo. Questa è la meditazione. Meditazione significa esporvi alla grazia di Dio. La grazia stessa sa come curarvi, sa come rimettervi a posto, come stabilirsi nel vostro essere e come mantenere illuminato il vostro spirito. Sa tutto, perciò non dovete preoccuparvi di ciò che dovete fare, o di quale nome dovete dire, o di quale mantra dovete recitare. In meditazione dovete essere assolutamente senza sforzi.
Supposing possibility, you may not be thoughtless. At that time, you have to just watch your thoughts, but don't get involved into them. You will find gradually, as the sun rises, the darkness goes away, and the sun's rays go into every crevice and every part and makes the whole place lighted. In the same way, your being will be completely lighted.
Supponiamo che non riusciate a stare senza pensieri. A quel punto dovete semplicemente osservare i vostri pensieri senza lasciarvene coinvolgere. Scoprirete che, come al sorgere del sole l'oscurità gradualmente si dissolve e i raggi del sole penetrano in ogni anfratto e in ogni parte, illuminando tutto il luogo, allo stesso modo il vostro essere sarà completamente illuminato.
Don't think of your problems at all, whatever chakras you have, anything. Just expose yourself. See when the sun shines, all the nature exposes itself to the sun and receives the blessings of the sun effortlessly. It doesn't put in any effort. It just receives itself. When it receives the sun's rays, then the sun's rays start acting and activating.
Non pensate assolutamente ai vostri problemi, a qualsiasi chakra abbiate bloccato, a niente. Esponetevi semplicemente alle vibrazioni. Vedete, quando il sole splende, come tutta la natura, si esponga al sole e riceva le benedizioni del sole, senza sforzo. Essa non compie alcuno sforzo, la riceve e basta. E quando riceve i raggi solari, essi iniziano ad agire ed a attivarla.
Be absolutely effortless and say, let it go, that's all. No mantras to be chanted. In case you find it's impossible, then you can take money. But there is no need even. When you put your hand towards me, that's the mantra, sufficient. This gesture itself is the mantra.
Non è necessario alcuno sforzo. Siate assolutamente spontanei e dite: lasciamo andare, è tutto. Non si deve cantare nessun mantra. Nel caso in cui lo troviate impossibile, potete recitare il mio nome, ma non c'è bisogno neppure di questo. Quando rivolgete le mani verso di me, quello è il mantra.
You have problems, that's why you are here. But you cannot solve them. They are to be solved by divine power. This must be understood fully, that we cannot solve our problems. It is beyond us to solve our problems. So, leave it in the hands of the divine power and expose yourself effortlessly, absolutely effortlessly.
Voi avete problemi, per questo siete qui. Ma voi non potete risolverli, devono essere risolti dal potere divino. Si deve comprendere pienamente che noi non possiamo risolvere i nostri problemi. Risolvere i nostri problemi è qualcosa oltre le nostre capacità. Quindi lasciateli nelle mani del potere divino ed esponetevi spontaneamente, assolutamente senza sforzo.
And you try to put your attention to me within yourself, if you can, to my Kundalini, if you can. You can come into my Kundalini, everything will be done. Just like this, the hand should be like this straight. So effortlessness is the key word. Absolutely effortlessly. Whether you are meditating before me or before my photograph.
Potete entrare nella mia Kundalini e così la cosa accadrà. Bene, in questo modo le mani dovrebbero essere così, dritte. La spontaneità, l'assoluta assenza di sforzo è la parola chiave, che meditiate dinanzi a me o davanti alla mia fotografia.
We cannot meditate, we only can be in meditation.
When we say we are going to meditate, it has no meaning. We have to be in meditation. Either you are inside the house or outside the house. You cannot be inside the house and then say that now I am outside the house. Or when you are outside the house, you cannot say I am inside the house. In the same way, you are moving in 3 dimensions of your life, of emotional and physical and mental being. You are not inside yourself. But when you are inside, that you are in thoughtless awareness, then not only that you are there, but you are everywhere. Because that is the place, that is the point where you are really in universal. From there you are in contact with the principle, with the Shakti, with the power that permeates into every particle that is matter, into every thought that is emotion, into every planning and thinking of the whole world. You permeate into all the elements that have created this beautiful earth. You permeate into earth. You permeate into Akasha, into Teja, into sound. But your movement is very slow. Then you say, I am meditating. That means you are moving in permeation with the universal being. But you are not moving yourself. You are just unloading yourself to be free from the weight of things that do not allow you to move. When you are in meditation, you must allow yourself to be in thoughtless awareness. There the unconscious itself, the achetana itself, will take charge. You will start moving with the force of achetana. The unconscious is going to work it out. It is going to take you there where it wants you to go. You keep to thoughtless awareness all the time. Try to keep to thoughtless awareness as much as you can. When you are in thoughtless awareness, you must know that you are in the kingdom of God. And His people, His arrangements, His consciousness is going to look after you. Even when you are giving vibrations to other people, I have noticed that you are not in thoughtless awareness. If you give vibrations in thoughtless awareness, you will not catch it. Because all these entities that enter into you, all these material problems that come into you, come when you are in those 3 dimensions.
But first and foremost thing is to meditate and to raise your kumari. Meditation is the only way you can grow. There's no other way out. Because when you meditate, you are in silence. You are in thoughtless awareness. Then the growth of awareness takes place. Then it opens out. But if you are thinking, supposing there's a lake and the lake is completely in a turmoil, nothing can grow. But supposing it is silent, then lotuses can grow, anything can grow in it. In the same way, if your mind is agitated and your growth is not yet fully expressing itself, then it's such a vicious circle that you are agitated and your growth is hindered. Again you are agitated, your growth is hindered. So the best way is to take to meditation. When you take to meditation, this turmoil will settle down. And when it will settle down, your growth will take place. After meditation, you will feel definitely that you have come out very well, you have grown very well. But for that, one has to be very honest. You cannot force people to be honest. That's one thing you can't do. You have to be honest yourself. You have not to be hypocrite. You have to see for yourself that whatever you are doing is for your benevolence, is for your good, and that you have to do it because it is good for you to begin with, and then for the good of the humanity. You are doing for the good of the humanity. Now, some people who come for the first time will have lots of doubts because of ego. They have lots of doubts because of ego. How can that be? How can this be? All kinds of things they ask. Now, you have to say that first of all, you develop your insight. You develop your enlightenment. Your light is not sufficient. In the light only there are no doubts. Supposing in darkness you think that this table has no cover. It's all right. You can think whatever you like. But when there is light, you see for yourself there is a beautiful cover on top of this table. In the same way, it happens to us that we have to achieve a state. And once we achieve that state, then there's no question, there's no doubt, there's nothing, and you become so empowered. It is such a simultaneous thing. It works as soon as you achieve something, it works. When it works, then you are convinced. I'd say it's a very beautiful new chain starts within yourself, and then you really start enjoying your joy of yourself.
When Sahaj Yogis ask me, what should we do for meditation? You be in thoughtless awareness, that's all. Don't do anything. At that time, not that you are moving towards the good or that the unconscious is taking charge of you. Not only that, but also you are emptying. For the first time, the divine into the nature, into your surroundings, into other people who are universally connected to you. Only thing is that we are used to one thing, that is we must do something about it. And that's why we start doing something. Meditation is the most sahaja method. Then we have prayers and we have also puja. Prayers are also, if said in your heart, with the feeling of complete surrendering and asking for the eternal, it will be granted. Just ask for that and the rest will take, because they move step by step. All the Sahaj Yogis have a problem. They have problems because of their past, because of their future aspirations. Now, when you have problems, in Sahaj Yoga, you have learnt how to overcome them. There are so many methods other than meditation. You know them very well, that you must know what is the chakra, where the Kundalini is. Now, if the Kundalini has been stopped by a certain chakra, which is not working, you shouldn't get frustrated about it. Supposing your instrument or your car has stopped on the way. What's the use of getting frustrated with it? You have to learn the mechanism. You have to be a good technician, and then you can manage it very well. So, all the technique of Sahaj Yoga must be learned and mastered. This you can only do by giving it to others and learning from correcting them and correcting yourself. There is nothing to be frustrated. That's the worst thing. If you get frustrated and unhappy with yourself, then there is going to be a problem. You have to laugh at yourself. and laugh at your mechanism that is out of gear. When you start identifying yourself even with the instrument, then you are not there. You are not the chakra. You are not the different channels. You are the awareness. You are the power. You are the kundalini. So you don't have to worry about all these things being not in their proper condition. If they are not, you can solve it. Just now the lights went off. If the lights have went off because of the electricity failure, it's a serious thing. But if the lights have gone out because there is a fuse bulb, you can replace it. You can do all that. So there is no need to worry if your chakras are spoiled. Worrying itself and frustrating yourself itself is a wrong attitude towards Sahaja. Sahaja, in other terminology also means is a simple thing. Sahaja means to be Sahaja means, I can say it how Tulsidasa said, Jaise rakhahu taise hiro. You keep me as you like. That kind of an attitude takes your attention inside, because outside is let alone to dogs. Let alone. We are not bothered about the outside part. As you keep me, I will be in that manner. And you will be surprised everything clicks out very well. Even sometimes you might feel, I should reach a certain place. I must have this bhajan done. I must get these things done. And it's not done sometimes. Sometimes by mistake, something as you want is not done. You must accept it as the will of God. That is what He desires. It's all right. That is the desire of God. And now you are one with His desire. You are here to communicate the desire of God to the whole world. And at this stage, if you start having your own desires and ideas about yourself, then when will you become the desire of God? This I-ness has to go away. That is what meditation is, where you are no more I, but it is you. Kabir Das ji has written a beautiful poem about it. That when the goat is living and kicking, she says, my, that is I. But then she dies, and her intestines are drawn out into wires, and some saint fixes them on the tutari, that instrument that they have, ek tari as they call it, and he goes on pulling it with his fingers. Then it says, tu hi. That is, you are. That is how we have to die, and we have to be resurrected. You have been already, but Sahaj Yoga, as I have told you, is a kheer, or what you call the sweet dish, cooked in a raw pot. Kache ghade ki kheer hai. So the soil of the raw pot also is mixed up. But your attention can be with the kheer, with the milk, and can drop out all that is the mud of the raw pot. That discrimination is spontaneous. It is there. You have got it. Self-actualization. You can feel yourself. You know you are not that. you have started talking about your chakras in the same manner. But the only thing, the only problem or the only defect that is with the Sahaja Yogi is that still, though he is there, his attention is involved with outside. That's the only defect. If the attention is removed, how to remove? That's the point. That is the first thing. Once you say how to remove, means you have created the three-dimensional involvement. You are not to remove, it is there. If your attention is outside, then I would have said, no, your attention has to go inside, it has not got it. But it is there, you are sitting there, I am sitting here. But my attention is outside. I have to just feel myself where I am, that's all. Some have felt it, some have achieved it. You know among yourselves, there are some who have gone very high up. The other method we employ is of puja. I have found that works very well with human beings, puja, because it satisfies lots of demands of the past habits. That you feel that you are doing something about it. Then you start giving whatever you think God has given you, the blessings. And the Rishi and Muni have found out, they are very clever people. They have found out how to please the deities, how to please the mother. So they have told you, as they have told you even in this lifetime of mine, how to please her. They say she is Stuti Priya. That means she likes praises. It's not that. But when you praise someone from the heart, that means you are accepting it. And that is the time the chakras start creating a force by which you are thrown, you are triggered into that realm of God. So these puja methods and prayer methods and the mantra methods have been devised and found out by great thinkers of Sahaja Yoga, the great masters of Sahaja Yoga. And it is the effort, or you can say the effortless effort of the Sahaja Yogi that makes my body vibrate, extracts the essence from my body, I should say. It makes the infinite release itself through this finite being. And it works, it clicks, I've seen it, it works very well. But you know that after puja I get a little tired, because if you cannot receive it, that force, I want to sleep and get rid of that additional vibration into sushupti by entering into the infinite state. If you could receive whatever I am emitting in balance with your puja, then only it helps better. That means when you are doing puja, also receive. Be in thoughtless awareness when you are doing puja. Completely concentrated in receiving. But while puja people are talking and saying, they're moving about. I don't know how to explain. That's the time something is oozing out, the nectar. And you just receive it at the time with full devotion. It is oozing out. If you feel my vibrations of my chakras at that time, you will realize that even the minute, small little wheels in my body are moving at different speed, at different speed, at different dimension. And I really don't know how to explain, but you see, it creates a melody. You have to receive it. And it is a melody individually, suitable for every individual. And when you receive it, it triggers in you that state of infinity. So at the time of puja, you must know that all your attention should be in reception. Today is a very great day. It's a new year. Within 2 years from today, Satya Yuga is going to start. It's a great day for many things, that 9 days are celebrated after this for the advent of Mother. It is the date, or I should say the calendar was started by my forefathers, and they perceived that this is the day when the Mother started creating. And this is the day she created Ganesha to begin with. In the Utpatti stage, she started her work this day. And that's why they put this date as the first date, because the time started from this date, long time back. And that's why this date is very important. And if you cross this date, then you are beyond time. You have to step onto this date and go beyond. You have to step on your dharma, onto your religion, and go beyond dharma atit. You have to be those 3 gunas and to go beyond guna atit. You are all those 3. But the steps on which you are standing have to be all right. Or those which are crossed have to be all right too. So when you are beyond, you have to repair those steps which you have crossed somehow, which can be done through meditation, puja, prayers. But the most important, the greatest advancement is done by giving the universal through your universal being. You all must dedicate your life to Sahaja Yoga and give more and more. Among us there are some people who have given a lot, and by that they have achieved a lot too. You have to give, talk about it, spread it, and bring more people to get this. Otherwise they will be left out of evolutionary processes. There's no time for you to doubt and think. Don't waste your time in all these useless activities. If you have still doubts, it's better to give up. It's high time that you get into the process. So today I wish you Happy New Year for a journey in the spiritual life of this world. You have to think of all the Sahajogis who are far away from us, and our thoughts should carry our love for them, and they should be blessed as you all are blessed here. I hope these important days that I am here, you will fully dedicate yourself for your emancipation on those 4 lines that I have told you. And whatever program comes in, take it sahaja. You should not insist on times and timings. Whatever comes sahaja, accept it. May God bless you.